quick Q&A, as I do sometimes. Let's see here. I'm gonna go without the ear pods. Hopefully you guys can hear me. And we'll just see if anybody has any questions. Otherwise, I'll just shut it down here in a few moments. But I know that these are unscheduled. I'm not even sure if I'll leave this one up, but we'll see. Maybe I'll grab a little water since there's nobody here yet. Let's see, what questions have I had recently? Actually, people are oftentimes asking what kind of water can be used in the Hydrofix. Basically any kind of water, but in my opinion, the cleanest water is best. And that's my opinion. Seems to take care of the machine better too. Let's see what other questions, popular ones that have come through. I keep getting emails about different stuff. Somebody was actually asking about type 1 diabetes. Oh, there's somebody. Hello. You can, are you a newcomer or a repeat customer? Let's see here. Well, you can comment below if you like. This is going to be probably just a quick meeting of sorts. Domenico Massaro, I recognize the name. You're awesome, Greg. Thank you. You're too kind for sure. But thank you. Yeah, I'm just doing a quick Q&A. If you have questions, this is a really good time to do it. Today's gonna be kind of quick. I'm not gonna, do a super long. Internet Explorer, hey, seen you before. and let's see, I spoke to you, missed the intro song. Oh, that's right. I still, I just don't really know how to edit videos. I still need to get that. And I'm trying to get, you know what? Actually, I think I have part of it. What are your thoughts on black seed oil? I think it's good stuff, but I don't think it's totally necessary. That's my opinion on that. Let's see, I thought I actually might have the intro song. Let's see if I have it on here. I mean, it was a good question. It was, oh, here we go. I like this song. Let's see if this is the one. I don't think this is it.
You'll want to hear about all this earning.
No, that's not it. Trying to see if I have the song here. Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. Well, like I said, if you guys have any questions right now, it's a good time. I am looking for a song that was quote unquote, nope, I don't find it right now. Weird. I had it recently. I found part of it. I don't know if I found all of it. I used to have this uprising. Yeah, this one uprising song. Yeah, I know. I got one of these days. I'll get that, Domenico. Probably not yet, but hopefully in the near future. Hopefully I just kind of stumble upon it and it all works out. So, okay, we got 7 people in here. Thanks everybody for the thumbs up. I'm not sure if I'll leave this video up, but this is your chance to ask questions because today won't be a very long video, but this is a good time to ask anything you want. And I'm going to be getting a little hydrated. In fact, I think I'm going to refill that machine. Yeah, but yeah, black seed oil is good, but again, I tend to, let's see, Il B says, what do you remineralize with? If you type in how to mineralize distilled water on YouTube, my video comes up and it's Concentrace minerals, and I just add them to the water. I like those. Where did you buy the outer sleeve for the H2 bag? That was actually a long time ago from Japan, and I have not been able to find them anymore, and I've just been using the same one. I would almost like make your own thing. something basic and simple. I bet you I could come up with a bunch of stuff really. Let's see. Domenico, Internet Explorer, would you ever record a day in your life? You know what? I actually have. Somebody requested that before, more than one person. I just never released it. I didn't think it was a good enough video. I could release it anyway. And the problem is that there's, you know, I'm renting this little room and there's so many other people that it's hard for me to make videos, you know, because everybody's always kind of in the public space, and it's difficult to record every aspect of my life, especially when I don't have somebody following me around. But I can release the one that I have. Let's see. But I could release it if you really want. I could do that. I got a bunch of videos I've never released actually, because I'm always probably too hard on myself. I'm always judging myself. Let's see. Northern Yeti says, woohoo, made another one. Just had hernia surgery. Wow. Inhaling hydrogen with the Hydrofix as I watch this. There you go. That's what I'd be doing, but I'm drinking the water. Quan Lee says, thank you, Greg. Oh, you're welcome. You asked about the H2 bag. Can I use distilled water for the reservoir water? You can, which is fine. It's not going to hurt anything, and it's totally cool. But you can use both filtered water or distilled water in that area. But yes, you can use distilled. Northern Yeti says, does soaking fruit in hydrogen water have any extra benefit aside from the water itself? From my understanding and some things that I've seen, it appears that it does, because I saw a study where they literally would check the fruit as far as its antioxidative power, and then they would soak the fruit for like 20-25 minutes in hydrogen water and then retest the fruit. And the antioxidative power of that fruit went like way up, not just a little bit. It was a big difference. And that's when I actually started doing things like soaking my my smoothies in hydrogen. And I think it kind of enhances them. It's just my opinion. But yeah, you can, and it does appear to make a difference. And if you wash the fruit really good and then you soak it, you could probably still drink that water or do something else with it, rather than just tossing it. Danielle Osoren says, do you think hydrogen water will help for smell loss and sexual dysfunction? You know, as far as for smell loss, I'm trying to think here, because I have known people who use hydrogen for that type of thing because it's from something else. And yes, I have known people who got their sense of smell back, but I would use hydrogen along with other things like zinc, natto, vitamin D3, maybe even boron actually, and just making sure to cover all your nutrients, which is where there's a product called, well, it's from a website called ishoppurium.com. And the product I like from that website, they actually have a lot of good products, but the overall product is called Power Shake, which is almost like a multi-nutrient. You really want to get all your nutrient levels up. Hydrogen, I would be doing a lot of inhalation actually for that. And I have known people who got their smell back, who had issues with that. And as far as sexual dysfunction, that is something that I would use a combination of things. I'm working on something because people want to know more about testosterone, for example. But you know, you want really good blood flow. You want your veins. So a lot of my smoothies cause the body to make nitric oxide, not nitrous oxide, but nitric oxide, and it opens up your blood vessels, and then hydrogen really moves, you know, the blood. And then I would put things in there like the boron, making sure you get all your nutrients. And I would actually do leg exercises if you can. So whether it's squatting, walking, just any type of leg exercises are really good for testosterone. That's what I would do. I'm not sure if that helps, but any inspirational books you recommend? Well, I would, you know what? I have to go grab it. You guys want to wait a second? I do have a book that, I don't know if it's an inspirational book, but I think it's an important book, and I'll probably be talking about it more in the future. If you guys want to hold on, I'll go grab it. It'll probably take me about 30 seconds. Hold on. I'll show it to you. Okay. Let's see here. Well, the problem with this book, which I will at some point, I can't do it right now for multiple reasons. This book. If you look real closely, it should be $1. This book could seem like a whole lot of hocus pocus. However, there's information in here that I literally know to be true. And that's what made me trust the rest of the information, because a lot of it seems kind of wild. But there's certain things in this book that I know are true from personal experience. And so I actually use some of this knowledge to have created some of my protocols. And because there's so much disagreement on what to do for health, and I had to just choose a way, because otherwise you can't bounce around. You have to go in one direction. Let's see, Linda says, while cleaning my pitcher, I tried to remove the square grid at the bottom of the pitcher to clean it, and it doesn't come out easily. I didn't want to force it. Does it click in or something? It comes out. You just have to, just the plastic piece. I show it on a video. If you've seen the video, I show exactly how to do it, but you just have to get the right angle, because if you pull it at an angle, it'll just be tighter. You have to make sure to pull it just straight on. You have to have pretty strong fingers. You definitely don't want to damage anything there. If you know anybody who has strong fingers, you could ask them. So, but yeah, it comes out for sure. It just slides in and slides out, but it's such a, tight fit. So, yeah, let's see. Another book that I personally recommend, Domenico, that is, in my opinion, you don't even have to necessarily buy the book. You can actually hear excerpts of it on YouTube, is the Tao Te Ching. I believe the Tao Te Ching is the second most highest, volume of books ever sold, second to the Bible. It's much easier to understand than the Bible. I've been able to decipher a lot of the stuff in Scripture. This actually has a lot of missing scriptural verses, which is, interesting. And the Tao Te Ching is like so much wisdom. You could literally read like one sentence and you could, reflect on it for hours, even days. One thing is to understand something, and one thing is to be able to truly understand it and apply it. I think that that's something that's always been very important to me, is being able to apply information rather than just have information, but then you don't really apply it, and then that doesn't do you much good if you're not applying it. So, but I think that's a really, really good book. You might even watch, I'm sorry, what was the name of the book? The Tao Te Ching. So it would be spelled T-A-O. So they pronounce it the Tao, but it's spelled the Tao. There's another really good book called The Tao of Pooh. So it's then T-A-O, and then Pooh is P-O-O-H. It's actually about Winnie the Pooh. And they really were able to simplify certain Taoist teachings through Winnie the Pooh stories. And it's really kind of cute, but it's very, very, it's good. They're able to explain things in a very simplistic manner. That's some of the stuff that I would look into. There's some really great stories. Like, I like the story of Musashi. That story is amazing, and it's very inspirational. And then the other one is the one of Kukai. Both of those guys were Japanese, and both their stories were pretty remarkable. Very different stories, but yeah, those are some that I would possibly recommend, as they say. And inspirational. And actually, there's a really great movie based on a true story that, is very inspirational, to me. And that's one called, what is it called? It's called True Legend. That's the name of the movie, based on a true story. It's actually the story of the drunken master, but it's called True Legend. It has action, it has wisdom, it's a true story, it's a love story, it's got good drama, it's got everything. I really like that movie. The only thing that's too bad is that you have to read the subtitles. I don't know why they did that, but I wish they would have made it in English, you know, yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Dao De Ching, there you go. That's the one from Quan Li. I mean, there's a ton of wisdom in that book. In fact, I think there's information in that book that we could use today in regards to governments understanding how to run nations. Lots of wisdom, and I like wisdom. You know, it's a beautiful thing. All right, let me grab some more water. And somebody was asking about the minerals. This one is these are kind of well, I will say they're too strong, but they're 40,000 volts. This one's just mostly for like athletes when you sweat a lot. I like the other minerals more. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, notice, what does it look like the writing on this one? Looks like a stone tablet to me, but that's a guess. Doesn't necessarily have to be a stone tablet. Yeah, pretty crazy stuff in there. Oh, thanks for all the thumbs up. All right, guys, I'll probably give you another maybe 10 minutes or so. And yeah, what happened recently? Actually, I'm working with a bunch of people, waiting for a bunch of new testimonials, actually. But yeah, as far as somebody was asking a question. Danielle, did I answer your question? I'm gonna assume so. If I didn't answer your question, let me know. But yeah, inspiration. Ilby says, what was name of remuneration product? Oh, they retracted the message right away. Okay. I'm assuming they're asking what is the name of the remineralization product. That's my assumption, though. I don't know. You can ask your question again. I don't know if you guys can hear me okay, by the way, because I'm not using my earpiece. So hopefully you can hear me okay. Yeah, all right. They're called Concentrace minerals. But again, if you want the link for them, just go to YouTube and type in how to remineralize distilled water. And my video is one of the top ones. And then there's a link there for the actual one that I'm using. And autocorrect. Yeah, I get it. It happens. Yeah. I am trying something new. Actually, I'm trying a bunch of different new stuff. Not a ton of stuff, but just I'll be sharing more of that later with you guys, depending on if it works. That's the biggest thing. I tried so that you guys don't have to waste your time, you know? Let's see here. Just grabbing something while I'm waiting for more questions. Okay. And who knows, this phone might actually just hang up on everybody. This phone, I got a new one, but it's charging. And I'm using my old one. Okay. And let's see, what else can we think of? I don't know. I'm really into the movement of blood and the nutrients in blood. Those are kind of the big things. And I like stuff that comes from food. In fact, we were talking about boron the other day, and I'll do a video, more detailed video about it. But I did find that the best source of boron is, is when it comes naturally from food. But the second best is the one that I was recommending, which is ionic boron. Somebody said, is there a distiller I can recommend in Australia? Well, see, that's the problem, guys. I hope you understand. I don't go to every country and research how to get the products in every country. So I don't know. I don't know what's offered in Australia. The good news is, with distillers, it's not as complex as hydrogen. So there's a lot of them out there that are good. Some are better than others, of course. But you could look for one called Water Lovers in Australia. You could probably just go to Amazon and look there, and you should be able to find something. Hey Greg, I share the cannula for inhalation with my parents. We do have our own nose pieces. Do you think it's enough to change them, or should the cannula be sanitized somehow as well? Well, look, I'll tell you what the manufacturer told me. They told me that people should not share cannulas. In my opinion though, I think it's okay as long as you change the nose pieces and wash the nose pieces. But yeah, you're probably gonna get something on the cannula. Just make sure that they're not sick. And you could always, put them under water, get water in there. Maybe you could, water has chlorine in it usually, so that should do some disinfecting, and then let it dry. But that just seems like a pain in the butt. It would probably be nice to eventually have your own cannula if you can, But I know it's, probably more financially advantageous to just share it. So I understand, but I would probably sanitize it. I probably would. So hopefully that answers that question. I think I have more than one type. But yeah, good to know. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, and you got to remember, the Japanese are really, really big on being sanitary and into all the details. And so they say to wash the pitcher every day, like every 24 hours, wash it. And I just wash mine today, but I do it every 2 to 3 days. I don't run the machine a lot, and it's only for me right now, so, But yeah, I run it when I know I'm going to want the water. Baby sterilizing tablets. I don't know what that means. Baby sterilizing tablets. I don't know. Yeah. But you can use a lot of things to sterilize the tubing. You can use, hydrogen peroxide, but don't ruin, make sure the mixture is right. You can use ozone water. You could just use chlorinated water. You could probably even use soap, maybe baby soap, something like that. There's all sorts of options. You could probably use vinegar. Best thing to brush teeth with. Oh, you're asking me what the best thing? Believe it or not, the funny thing about brushing your teeth is that you could technically take a toothbrush without any toothpaste, and it works. I use a couple different things. I make my mouthwash just to rinse off. I use a water pick with my mouthwash. I just floss. And then as far as a toothpaste, I just try to buy something that's natural. Like just a, quote unquote, very natural toothpaste. I'm not a huge fan. I'm not totally against it, but I'm not a huge fan of like Colgate and like the name brands. I usually try to buy a more natural toothpaste. So there's not like a specific one. I could show you what I'm using right now. I don't know if you care to see that, but let me see what I got here. This is the one that I'm using right now, but I change it. I get different stuff. What's expensive? Oh, okay. So this one's got like tea tree oil, and it says no fluoride, gluten-free, vegan, blah, 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 which is kind of weird. Non-GMO verified. That's all silly stuff to me. Mint. So it's got mint and tea tree oil. Let me look at the ingredients. ingredients: calcium carbonate, water, tea tree oil, peppermint, certain leaf oils. Boy, it's got a lot of different oils actually. Menthol, you know, it's just kind of a, I don't know how much it is. I don't remember. These last a long time. You know, I don't use a ton of toothpaste. So, yeah, I don't concern myself too much if it's within reason. Yep. Let's see here. Let's see. Is it enough to just rinse the lid and jug every week? Rinse it? No, not enough. I have just been refilling it with distilled water and doing the citric acid clean once per month. Definitely not enough, Catherine. You're gonna make yourself sick. I mean, it's like you gotta wash your glass, you gotta wash things. There's a video that I made that I personally think is very important. Let me see, and I would highly recommend to watch it. And it's video number 397. That's one of them. I could name all the videos. Yeah, Tom's toothpaste, I think that's fine, personally. It's kind of a natural one, you know. Yeah, watch 397. That's an important one. And if you really want me to, I mean, you should be able to, I mean, I look for my own videos and the way that anybody would, but there's definitely videos I have out there on how to clean the pitcher, how to do the citric acid, and 397 is like very, very important, in my opinion, to keep the Hydrofix not only clean, it's important to keep things clean. I mean, really, it's super important to keep things clean and sanitary. Like you have to clean, like even cleaning your fruits and vegetables, you know, cleaning your body, keeping your bed clean, keeping your mouth clean, keeping your body clean, your blood, your bowels. That's why I'm really big on a lot of fiber. I wonder if that guy is in the room. There was a guy yesterday saying some stuff. I don't know if I should bring it up actually, but I went and found data, and yeah, it was important. It looks crystal clean. Yeah, well, I know it looks clean. It's gonna look clean, Catherine, but it's not going to be clean. Again, watch the video 397. When I cleaned mine that way, it was a new technique that I did. I was shocked. My machine was dirty, and I stayed on top of it, and it looked clean. So you might want to watch it. It's a really good video. Yeah, looks can be deceiving. You know, somebody can look clean, and they could have, I don't know, they could not be clean, or maybe they've got some weird disease or something. They look like they're fine. I don't know. I wouldn't trust just looks alone. You know, if it was a car, well, yeah, you can tell by looking at it. But yeah, I would definitely, I mean, I could probably take a knife and lick it and make it look all clean. Desert Essence Natural Tea Tree Oil Ultra Care Toothpaste. Well, I'm sure that's good too. You know, the toothpaste is, it's important, but it's more important your technique, that your toothbrush is in good condition. I like mouth rinses and the water pick, but you know, proper technique, I could probably go without toothpaste. I don't brush with toothpaste in the morning. I don't use any toothpaste. I just have a little bottle of essential oil and water that I spray in my mouth, and I brush my mouth. And you know, it's not just brushing the teeth, it's brushing the inner surfaces of the mouth. So the inner lining of the cheeks, the roof, the tongue, all these surfaces have a lot of bacteria. So yeah, that's my input on that. Let's see, what are your thoughts on colloidal silver or silver hydrosol? Well, I think colloidal silver is good within reason and used correctly, but there's a lot of stuff like that. Like colloidal silver is good. I like MMS. I like ozone water. Depending on what you're using it for. I like a lot of essential oils. I have a really great collection. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna grab it just cause I feel like sniffing them. I have a little essential oil collection going here. I mean, you know, I don't like to collect things, But essential oils are pretty neat. Here's frankincense. They're really neat. I like them. Childproof. I mean, they're just so cool. If you've ever seen the studies about when you smell these and how they affect the brain, it's really kind of amazing. Let's see, this one is grapefruit. I like grapefruit. It's actually one of my more favorite smells. Oh yeah. It's supposed to trigger, like, I believe, joy and happiness or something. I like that one. What else is a good one? This one is orange. I like orange a lot too. Oh yeah, that smells pretty nice too. The citrus ones are nice. Myrrh is an interesting one. I like it, but it gets really, like really hard. Like really crystallized. Ooh. How do I use them? You can use them, like, one thing that it just drives me nuts, if you guys really want to know one of my pet peeves, is when people wear perfume or cologne. It just drives me crazy. I don't like the smell of it. I would rather use an essential oil, you know, like lavender or even just grapefruit. I rather smell like an essential oil. I like frankincense a lot. I just use them. Sometimes I put them in a little, what do they call it? Where you put the oil in it, like a humidifier or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe it is called a humidifier. I don't know, but it brings the smell in the room. Some of these actually, like, let's see if I have it here. I actually have a mixture. So I use it in a lot of different ways. Here's one way. If you guys have ever heard of thieves, I mix the oil with diffuser. That's what it is, guys. I diffuse the oil, especially with thieves. It's supposed to be good for viruses and stuff in the air. I also made a mixture with distilled water. Distilled water has so many uses. That's why I love my distiller. And I put this in, you know, like if I go somewhere and I can put it in masks. I know a lot of people get weird when you bring up masks, but you know, I've been using them way before everything's been going down. The Japanese use them a lot. It's kind of a form of being considerate, so you don't cough all over people when you're sick and stuff. And so yeah, I create the thieves with this one. Oh, here it is, thieves. This is one of my favorite ones. It's like a famous mixture. I like the smell. I like a lot of these smells. And then I use like, well, here's lavender. Lavender, I create, so this is kind of cool. I make these little bottles. And I make a mixture of distilled water and in this case, lavender. And I spray it kind of all over my bed and sometimes my clothes, whatever. So that's one thing I like to do. I have one that's also more disinfecting for the bed. You know, peppermint, I use it for making my mouthwash. I just released a video on that. What else do I have here? There's peppermint. Some type of lemon oil. I use that one also. I make mixtures of it. Which one's this one? Lavender. I like lavender. Ooh, lavender is like one of the best essential oils in my opinion. Oh yeah. You know, you can use them on yourself too. You can use them, like I said, you make mixtures with water, mouthwashes. I'm sure you can find numerous uses online, things that you can do, but these are just some of them. But yeah, I like to, I rather smell like essential oils than, yeah, exactly. The way that it affects the brain. It almost seems to affect the body on a subconscious level, which I find interesting, right? Yeah, so, okay guys, any more questions before I hang up here? see everybody out today. And lavender, amazing on burns. Yes. Do you think crystals have healing energy? Wow, that is a question that, oh yeah, and somebody put, I never without tea tree oil and lavender. See, I agree, they're really great to have. You know, I probably would have told you, Internet Explorer, that's his name. Do I think crystals have healing energy? I don't know about healing energy per se, but there is definitely something about them. I thought I shared with you guys. Well, actually, I don't think you were here that day, and I did delete that video, I think. I got a really weird story about not just crystals, but like stones. And I would have not been a big believer in, you know, well, let me see if I have it here. You know, like all these different types of stones. Let me just see if I happen to have it. Let's see. Well, I do have some, but not the ones I was looking for, thinking. Let's see here. Really? Okay. Yeah. I just have some of this stuff because I like the prisms that it creates. But yeah, I mean, there's certain properties to it that I definitely don't understand, but I can share maybe a story next time. Here's actually part of one of the ones that was from a very, very interesting story. But look, the string got all bent out of shape here. This is called Tiger something, I believe. I'm not really a huge on stones, but like I said, there was something very strange that happened to me. And I'm a skeptic, guys, just so you know. I'm like ridiculously skeptical, but somebody really, really proved it to me. And it's not easy to prove things to me. And I can share that story sometime because I couldn't deny it. I couldn't deny it. But I thought I had more. I actually had a crystal necklace and it broke, and then I never found all the crystals, but I kept some of them, and they're in here somewhere, but I can't seem to find them. So, okay, there we go. About the best I can do for now. Yeah. Alrighty, guys. I think I'm going to shut her down unless anybody has any last final questions. Yes, crystals, but do you need to cleanse them with Palo Santo and sun? I've heard of all that. I've done all that, but I was never told to do that by these people who were like, I really truly believe they were the biggest experts I've ever met, and I've met a lot of so-called experts. So, Greg, I don't see hydrogen bubbles when I put my jug back in the Hydrofix machine unless I move it around a bit. Well, I mean, you're definitely going to want to see the bubbles, and I don't know exactly, quote unquote, you know, what you're doing. Like here, do you see the bubbles now? Did that help? Just kidding. Bubbles. Look at that. I should have been doing that all along. Yes, do you think I messed up the little silver things? I don't know. I mean, it's hard, GC118, because I don't know what you did, you know? People, it's funny, people will contact me and be like, hey, my machine's not working, but what they didn't tell me is that they had dropped it, or that they had got water all over it, or they forgot to put the rubber plug in the back and that spilled water. I mean, it's hard for me to know. Is there a video somewhere to show cleaning the base and cartridge area? Yeah, I have multiple videos on cleaning, Catherine. I would just scroll through them. I mean, I don't know if you know how to find all the videos in order. If you don't, I can explain it super, super quick. But if you do know how, then you're just gonna have to scroll through them, because I don't have all the numbers on my videos memorized either. I just do it to make it easier to find them. And it's really, you know, helped. So for me to find them, some of the videos I even make for myself so I can go back and watch them and figure out how I did it. But that's just for some things, not for everything, obviously. It's kind of funny. Okay, guys. Let's see here. Anything else? Anything else? Last call, because I mean, I'm not going to scroll through my videos right now and try to find them, but if you don't know how to find them, there is a video that I put out on how to find all my videos, actually. But if you don't know how, ask now. Otherwise, I'm gonna go. Let's see. Also, the blue lights went out. Can the bulbs be replaced? I believe they can be replaced, but to be really honest, I wouldn't worry about it. It's literally they're not particularly, they don't do anything. The most important parts are just making hydrogen, but yeah, you can replace them, but there's not super important, to be honest, in my opinion. I think I had one where one bulb went out one time. Thanks for your time and information, says Linda. You're very welcome. Okay, guys. I'm gonna get going. Thank you. Have a good night, says Grace. Thank you. Yes, thank you. And you're very welcome, everybody. And next time we'll chat some more. Okay, guys. Info in description. Info. Greg, you should do more lives. I try to do them as much as I can. I don't know what info in description means, by the way. LB, thanks. You're welcome. And you're welcome also. And yeah. Okay, guys. Thanks for keeping it positive. See you next time.